What if I told you you could build wealth without looking at the stock market every single day? And what if I told you you don't have to build your own business or put in crazy amounts of hours to get money passively in your sleep? Let me show you how. Number one, this is going to sound so simple, you might feel a little disappointed, but a lot of people don't do this because it's not easy. And that's invest in the stock market consistently. And this is outside of your 401k. Individually, on your own accord, invest in the stock market consistently, whether the stock market is going down, whether the stock market is going up, and just let it ride. That is how you make true passive income in your sleep. Now, of course, you can't just blindly invest into anything in the stock market and get those kind of results. You need to have a plan and a strategy, which is why in the first video, I laid one out for you on how you can outperform most investors in general just by investing in one thing. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out after this video. But here's the thing, once you've invested into something like the S&P 500, for example, you are far from done. Here's why. Most of you watching this video have a 401k, and that's great, but it's not enough to retire these days, and it's not enough to get you to where you want to be financially. I can promise you that. And some of you watching this video even have a 401k and a Roth IRA, and you just want to learn more about investing. And that's also great, but it's still not enough. You need to have something that you're individually investing in, such as an individual brokerage account in which you invest in the stocks and ETFs. Because while ETFs are great, fantastic, and they're less risky, and they have a steady growth rate compared to stocks, they don't even come close. They do not compare to a stock that was chosen correctly when it comes to their overall growth over the long term. They don't even come close. Stocks have much more aggressive growth, which is why it's important to have stocks and ETFs. And the reason I had you start with ETFs in the first video is because you can get a feel for how those grow, and you will be a lot less resistant to the overall market. But once you understand ETFs and how they work, you'll have a much better understanding of how stocks work, because ETFs are literally made of stocks. Just to give you a real life example, I've turned $2,000 of my own money into well over $15,000 just by investing into one stock. And if you're curious, it was NVIDIA. And no, I'm not telling you specifically to buy NVIDIA stock. I'm just telling you that's what I did over the long term. It was not a trading strategy. It wasn't a day trading thing. It was literally, I was holding the stock for a while, and I'm still holding it, by the way. And it just so happened that it shot up. And instead of the traditional 10% that your average ETF can get you, which is still great, it still outpaces what most people get per year. NVIDIA gave me like 500 and something percent. That is substantial. That is years worth of what ETFs would have gotten. You get what I'm saying? There is money to be made in the stock market, I'm telling you. That's why I created this whole channel. My original channel was just about general personal finance, but this channel right here, this is the real deal when it comes to just talking about investing. I am very passionate about this. But the thing is, before you can learn stocks, in my opinion, you should learn ETFs, which is why in my community, WJC, aka Wealth Journey Collective, we go over long-term wealth building strategies such as what I just talked about that are going to help people like you build your first $100,000 in net worth and continuously grow and make money in your sleep. If you're interested, the link is down in the description. And this tip right here that I'm about to give you is probably the most important, and that is when you have extra money, invest it when you can. So if you get an extra $50 this month, throw some of it into the stock market, if not all of it. If you get a bonus at work, same thing. If you get a nice tax return, or if you get a tax return at all, I mean, try to challenge yourself to put at least half of it into the stock market, and you will just be surprised at what it does. But stick to what you know, stick to the ETFs for now. And if you understand stocks, put them into stocks too. I can't tell you what to do with your money, but this is just me speaking in video terms here. So don't take this as financial advice. I am not a financial/fiduciary advisor, but I have done well in the stock market. And I'm telling you right now, the more you invest now, the better you will be. And it's generally slept on finance advice when people say, yeah, when you make more money, save and invest the difference. It goes over a lot of people's heads. Like, If you earn more money in bonuses, or if you get a raise, or if you get a promotion at work, you need to take a percentage of that extra money and put it into the stock market. These little bits of extra money that you're putting into the stock market is going to have a compound effect on your money, and you will not regret it. We'll talk more about investing regrets and mistakes in my next video. But these simple habits in this video, these are going to be what takes your money to the next level if you simply apply these things. But the crazy thing to me is most people won't do it. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's they don't have confidence in themselves to invest and get a nice return. Maybe they feel the stock market is a scam. I don't know. But all I know is this: there is proof when you look into stocks. All you have to do is look at just any stock chart. You can tell the history of how the stock or ETF has performed over time. And if you would have just bought it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you would have more money than you do right now. Like a lot more money than you do right now, believe it or not. If you like this video, you will love this video. You can check it out right here.